What's up guys, it's Henry NWR3 here with a new video for you today. Today I'm going to do a different style review, and this is mainly because I'm late to the party. I start filming reviews on all three of these engines separately, and that was a few months ago, and it never got to fruition. And since we're almost at the point of the Great Race being released and some of the Trackmaster models being released already, and I have an announcement at the end of this video, which is another key reason why I'm doing it like this. I thought I'd just do a review of all three of them, telling you which is my favorite that actually came out this year, was Soder's Legend of the Lost Treasures, even though it's last year's movie, and as well as which ones aren't my favorite and how I believe it could have improved, and maybe some helpful criticisms and critiques as how I believe the brand could do a better job next time this comes around. It's a little too late with the Great Race, and I have my own words to speak on that whenever I get my hands on these engines, but today we're just going to be looking at these. Now then, let's start off with Ryan, as he was the first one I found. Ryan comes as himself, of course, with two freight cars, both of which are pretty nice. This is like the salt wagon that came with Timothy. It's a little bit of a darker shade of yellow compared, and then we also have this dynamite car, which has some colored dynamite, which is pretty awesome. But unfortunately, this car only has a sign on one side, which I believe is a little bit lazy, as a lot of the cars we've had with this kind of paint on the side for the Trackmaster 2.0 has been on both sides, so I don't know why this one only had to have it on one side. But either way, guys, we have the piece de resistance Ryan himself. Ryan looks very well. Unfortunately, Ryan had purple wheels in his prototype picture and his promotional picture. I don't know why this was changed to black, as it's a little bit weird, I believe, and I don't know why they changed it to black if he was supposed to have purple wheels to begin with, but who knows what they did there. I mean, they changed his personality, so maybe originally he was supposed to have black wheels originally, I don't know. Either way, his eyes are crisscrossed. This is sort of, or a little bit wonky at least. That's a trait with all Ryans. Of course, his buffers and coupling is not painted in, but his lamp is there, and that's pretty cool. That would have been a little bit nice if that was painted in as well. But either way, there are details for days on his sides. His handrails are painted in. He also has his steam pipes, more handrails. This is just an exquisite model. There's a few things that are added but not colored in as well, which like his safety valves and of course his buffers, but those are small detachments. And it would have been cool if his coal bunker was painted and the back lamp. But it is really nice to have all these details on them, even though it's not all completely there, if you get my drift. Either way, let's take a look at Mike now, one of my most anticipated engines. Mike comes with, again, a nice open wagon, but only with a sign on one side. I believe this is a little bit lazy, and they should have applied the sign on both sides. But you get a nice ballast load, which is a nice realistic load, and I really highly praise this, because I've always wanted some ballast. I do believe this would have been cooler, though, if they had the RSL hopper, but I understand that could be a little bit difficult to make. And then we have Mike himself. Mike looks very nice indeed. Actually, let's uncouple him from his Tinder real quick. His front does look very nice, and he does have a lot of details. There are some details, unfortunately, though, that are on his front that are there, but it's not painted correctly. I do like how his lamp is painted. That's very nice. But his sides to fit the the two AAA batteries, unfortunately, is a little bit weird. But I do like him a lot, and it's great to finally have one of the RSL engines in our hands. But either way, guys, I do believe they did a solid model on him. And then if we look at his tender, honestly, I believe this is one of the best recreations of a tender to accuracy, either way, in the new range, and I believe this should be highly praised. I believe this tender is amazing craftsmanship for the kind of plastic they're using. And so, guys, I really do like Mike. Now then, let's look at Treasure Thomas. This is a bit of an odd one, but not at the same time if you know Fisher-Price. Either way, we have two different cargo cars. We have one brown truck, which is full of gold doubloons, and I actually like this truck a lot, actually. I think this is a really nice, simple truck with an awesome load. Now then, we do have one of these treasure chest cars, which has a treasure chest that actually opens up. pretty nice indeed, but I do find it not my favorite. I don't like these kind of cars personally, as it does have the prongs underneath, and it is hard to get this back together. See, right there, I messed up. And so it's a little bit hard. It's not really hard, it's just annoying to put it back together and get it ready like how it's supposed to be. And if you think about, if you're an adult, you're not really enjoying putting that back on the freight car, you have to get in a specific position for it to stay, how are little kids going to like it? Either way, we have the Gold Doubloon Thomas, which is the main reason why you should be buying this. Thomas does look very spiffy indeed with all his gold doubloons. This is from the part with Marion and the special where they find a treasure. He has a gold overcast, which comes off. A little casting, which is very nice indeed. It's a little bit flimsy on him though, but that's not too big of an issue, honestly. It makes it easier to come on and off, and it can stay on. See? So, in my mind, it's alright. So, let's couple him back to his trucks. Put him back on the line. Alright, there's Thomas and his gold balloon cart, and here's the treasure chest card. Now then, for my final verdict. Which ones are my favorites? Which ones do I highly prefer to you? If you find these in the store still, even because they're probably around clearance, and if you only have enough money to buy one or two, which ones would I recommend? Now then, I do believe probably my favorite one is honestly Mike. And he's pretty much tied with Ryan, but I do believe Mike goes a little bit above this. The reason being is because it's Mike. This is the first time a miniature engine has been introduced to the battery operate range for either Trackmaster, Tomy, anything. And it's really cool to finally have one of these miniature engines. And growing up with him for so long, especially reading the books, the two books about him over and over again, just because of the miniature engines, I do believe he's a highly awesome engine, and I do recommend him. Ryan, on the other hand, is awesome. You get two pretty nice trucks, a piece to go with your dynamite delivery if you have that. I honestly never saw that in stores, so I don't have one yet. But I do believe that's really nice. And Ryan has tons of details on him already. I still don't understand these black wheels. I don't know, but it's a little bit weird, but I do believe Ryan's pretty cool. And so he would be my number 2 pick. My number 3 pick is Thomas. Thomas, I believe, does look pretty good for a Thomas based around a special, but I do believe his addition to the range is a little bit redundant and pointless in this set. We had so many characters introduced and reintroduced in the Sodor's Legend of the Lost Treasure. All 3 of the miniature engines were introduced. I believe that Bert or Rex could have filled this position a whole lot better than Thomas could have. And I believe that if you have a new character and you're trying to capitalize on that, you should make a model for him. And so that's why I believe Rex or Bert should be in there. And if Rex and Bert weren't in there, I do believe Duck, Donald or Douglas, Oliver and Toad, or even Marion if they even decide to make Marion, which I highly doubt it, because she was canceled for Tale of the Brave, probably because it's too hard to make, honestly, working with the batteries. But either way, I do believe those engines could have been fine substitutes instead. We could have had a Duck finally for the Trackmaster 2.0, which is something a lot of fans have wanted. Or maybe one of the twin engines, but I do see if they did that, they would have to make the other one, because it'll be a little bit stupid to have Donald without Douglas. I don't know why Tomy did that for so long back in the day. But either way, guys, I hope this was a little bit helpful to you. I do believe Mike and Ryan are pretty awesome and worth the pickup. And I do believe Thomas is also worth the pickup if you have a little bit of extra cash. But I do believe he could have been replaced with Bert or Rex and made a lot better. Either way, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a good day. Before we go, guys, I also have something else to mention that I almost forgot. This is a huge thing with the channel, especially, and it's really hard for me to say. Now, don't worry, I'm not quitting the channel. I love the channel, guys, and I love all the support. I love reading your guys' comments, and I try to respond to every comment I can see. But guys, there's something that's my channel is known for that I'm unfortunately going to put a change. See this layout, this beautiful layout that I've been building since 2014, I think, when this brand came out, of Trackmaster 2.0. Unfortunately, during the summer of 2016, which is now, this layout is to be taken down and moved into storage. One of what I like to consider one of the largest Trackmaster 2.0 solely, keyword there is solely, Trackmaster 2.0 layouts on YouTube and maybe even in the world, is to be completely taken down. I will be making a smaller layout for reviews and a little bit of fun purposes, but it's just very large on the floor down here, and this is supposed to be a storage room, and it's taking up a lot of storage space, and I need to clear that out of the way. But don't worry, the engines will still be here. It's not going away, and I'm not quitting YouTube because of it. It's just unfortunately that all my hard work I wanted to take down and stuff so we can actually use the room like it's supposed to, which is good and bad at the same time. Either way, guys, I know you have all loved this layout as much as I have building it. I mean, I remember going to go to get accessory packs just to put down track and stuff like that. Like, I remember having to go to the store 3 times to make, like, this section of track right here, because I ran out of points every time, and including the sightings. But, guys, unfortunately, this is going to have to come to an end. This is one of my longest videos ever, and I just thought this special review was worth it. Either way, guys, if you've enjoyed this kind of different review, I hope you will like it. And also, leave your comment down below. Do you think I should do the special movie reviews like this? I really did enjoy doing it like this. So if you think I should do this again, and maybe we can do some more features the next time, please leave your comments down below. Either way, guys, this is the last time from Henry NWR Freeze Trackmaster 2.0 layout. Gigantic. I never came up with a name for this layout. But either way, guys, this is the last time from seeing this layout fully, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Goodbye, guys.